Ramesses II, the pharaoh who defied time and lived over 90 years. Few names in the annals of history evoke the sheer grandeur and longevity of Ramesses II, better known as Ramesses the Great. Rising to power in Egypt's 19th dynasty, he ruled for an astonishing 66 years and lived to an age exceeding 90, truly a feat when the average life expectancy in ancient Egypt hovered around 40 years. But Ramesses II was more than just a long-lived pharaoh. He was a visionary military strategist, an unparalleled builder, a skilled diplomat, and a man who meticulously curated his legacy so that he would never be forgotten. Ramesses' life reads almost like a saga. A young prince trained for kingship, a battlefield hero, a prolific builder, a devoted family man, and a ruler whose influence would stretch far beyond his lifetime. Understanding the man behind the monuments offers an extraordinary glimpse into how one individual could shape history and defy both mortality and time itself. If you enjoy discovering fascinating stories from history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Early life and rise to power. Ramesses II was born around 1303 BCE to Pharaoh Seti I and Queen Tuya. From a young age, he was immersed in the politics, culture, and religion of ancient Egypt, preparing him for a life of rulership. By the age of 14, he was made Prince Regent, assuming responsibilities that groomed him for future sovereignty. His early exposure to governance and military strategy gave him an edge that would prove decisive during his reign. When he ascended to the throne in 1279 BCE, Egypt was already a dominant power in the region. However, Ramesses would elevate it to unprecedented heights, not just through conquests, but through his ambitious building projects and diplomatic skill. His reign would endure longer than almost any other in Egyptian history, allowing him the rare privilege of shaping multiple generations under his rule. The warrior pharaoh, master of strategy and propaganda. Ramesses II's military campaigns are among the most documented in ancient history. The Battle of Kadesh against the Hittite Empire, fought in 1274 BCE near modern-day Syria, is legendary. This massive confrontation involved thousands of chariots and infantry, and was, in many ways, a stalemate. Yet Ramesses masterfully framed it as a decisive Egyptian victory. Wall carvings depict him charging fearlessly into battle, single-handedly defeating enemy forces, propaganda that reinforced his image as a divinely favored warrior. Beyond Kadesh, Ramesses launched campaigns into Nubia and Libya, expanding Egypt's borders and consolidating his power. His military endeavors were not merely about conquest. They were acts of diplomacy, designed to strengthen alliances, intimidate rivals, and demonstrate Egypt's unassailable might. The peace treaty that followed Kadesh with the Hittites is often considered one of the first recorded international agreements in human history, a testament to his political foresight. Monumental architecture, immortality in stone. Ramesses II was not content with victory on the battlefield alone. He sought to immortalize himself through architecture. His reign witnessed an unparalleled building spree, surpassing even the monumental works of his predecessors. From the temples of Abu Simbel to his mortuary complex, the Ramesseum in Thebes, his constructions were designed to awe, intimidate, and inspire. Abu Simbel stands as a testament to his ambition. Carved directly into a mountainside, its colossal statues of Ramesses, each over 20 meters tall, greet visitors even millennia later. The temples were not merely religious sites. They were carefully crafted symbols of power, designed to impress both Egyptians and foreign dignitaries. Similarly, the Ramesseum was a sprawling tribute to his life and accomplishments, with massive statues and intricate carvings portraying scenes of divine favor and military prowess. Ramesses's architectural legacy extended beyond temples. He commissioned obelisks, statues, and even roadways, ensuring that his name would be inscribed across Egypt and Nubia. In some cases, he even re-inscribed monuments built by previous pharaohs, a bold act that secured his preeminence in history. Through these constructions, Ramesses created an enduring presence that would outlive not just him, but entire dynasties. Longevity in an ancient world. Living past 90 in ancient Egypt was almost unheard of. Ramesses II's remarkable longevity can be attributed to his status, access to better nutrition, advanced medical care for the time, and a relatively sheltered royal lifestyle. Egyptian medicine, while primitive by modern standards, was surprisingly sophisticated, with knowledge of surgeries, herbal treatments, and dental care. The pharaohs also enjoyed safer living conditions, reducing exposure to disease and labor-related injuries. Yet, life in his later years was not without struggle. Examination of his mummy reveals he suffered from severe arthritis, hardened arteries, and dental abscesses. Despite these ailments, Ramesses remained on the throne, demonstrating resilience and a determination to maintain authority until his death. His longevity not only allowed him to shape Egypt's political landscape for decades, but also to see his children grow and secure dynastic succession. A family man and prolific patriarch. Ramesses II's personal life was as prolific as his public achievements. He fathered over 100 children with his multiple wives and concubines. His most renowned consort, Nefertari, was deeply loved and honored with the exquisite temple of Hathor at Abu Simbel, a rare tribute that immortalized her alongside the pharaoh. His extensive family network played a key role in consolidating political alliances and ensuring the continuity of his bloodline. While many of his children predeceased him, his 13th son, Merneptah, eventually inherited the throne, continuing the dynasty. The sheer number of descendants also helped cement his legacy, making his name synonymous with power and influence in ancient Egypt. The mummy that tells a story. Ramesses II died around 1213 BCE, but his story did not end there. His mummy has provided modern researchers with invaluable insights into his life, health, and the embalming practices of the Egyptians. In 1976, it was flown to Paris for conservation treatment due to fungal decay, a journey for which he was issued an official Egyptian passport, humorously listing his occupation as King Deceased. Today, his preserved remains rest in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, continuing to captivate scholars and tourists alike. The very fact that his mummy has survived and can still be studied underscores his remarkable ability to defy time, not just in life, but in death. Through mummification, monumental architecture, and meticulously crafted inscriptions, Ramesses II achieved a form of immortality that few rulers could ever hope for. Legacy that transcends time. Ramesses II's impact on Egypt and the world is immeasurable. He was a master of military strategy, a genius of propaganda, an architectural visionary, and a ruler who understood the power of legacy. Every temple, statue, and inscription was part of a carefully orchestrated plan to ensure that his name would endure. Even centuries later, his reign serves as a benchmark for greatness in ancient Egypt. His life is a lesson in ambition, resilience, and vision. By combining strategic warfare, monumental construction, and savvy diplomacy, Ramesses II not only ruled one of history's greatest empires, but also etched his story into the very bedrock of civilization. Ramesses II wasn't just a pharaoh. He was a legend who defied time. From epic battles to monumental temples, his story reminds us that true greatness isn't just measured in years, but in the legacy we leave behind. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of the pharaoh who lived over 90 years, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible journeys into history. Which ancient ruler do you want us to explore next? Let us know below.